Hey guys, welcome back to Bushcraft Diva. So today we're going to be working with cast iron again. Yesterday we had a skillet that was dull and had several rust marks in it. We used a quick and easy hack to work that rust out and restore this skillet into a beautiful piece of cast iron that's going to last us a lifetime. Today we're going to be working with a clean slate. This skillet is stripped completely of any and all seasoning, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean it, season it, and rebirth it into a whole new life. It's a labor of love, but it's well worth the work. So let's go. So now we're going to wash this. This is the only time you want to use soap on cast iron. The only time. Once it's seasoned, do not use soap. You will strip the seasoning. You're going to get the taste of the soap soaked into the rest of the seasoning, and you're going to taste that soap in everything you cook. This is the only time you want to use soap, so I'm just putting a dollop in there. And the first scrub down I'm going to do is with a stainless steel scrubby, which actually I did yesterday, and I misplaced the scrubby. So we're just going to pretend that I did a little rub down with stainless steel, and then we're going to move on to this little plastic cleaner here. This is those little hairbrushes we had when our kids were babies. And you know what? Now that I'm feeling it, I don't know why we thought this was a good idea, because that actually hurts. So we're going to give this a really good clean, front and back. Handle too. Next, we're going to do a scrub down, our last scrub down with a magic eraser. So we want to get just a little water in there to activate the magic eraser. And we want to get the entire surface area. A nice once over. Look at that. Pulling off the cast iron with this magic eraser. That's amazing considering how clean it already is. So we're just getting the last of the impurities out. We want to make sure we get the entire surface area. And then we're going to give this a final rinse. And to start the drying process, we want to use as hot as we can tolerate water on our hands. If you're wearing gloves, you can probably get it pretty hot too. Look at that. It just keeps coming. All right, as hot as you can get it, and give a really good rinse. All right, now we're going to dry it. You see, I've got a pile of these microfiber towels here. I have tons of them left over from when my kids were little and we cloth diapered. So we want to make sure that we dry this off as much as possible. The oven just beeped, so it is preheated to 250. So I actually am going to be really going through these cloths through the process. I've got a dozen of them set up right now. So that's one. I'm taking another dry towel and trying to get any and all moisture pulled out of there with nothing left on the towel. Still a little damp on there, so we're going to wipe it down a third time. And now it's ready to go. We're going to put it in our oven upside down and set the timer for 15 minutes. And in we go upside down for 15 minutes. All right, so the timer went off and she has been sitting in the oven for 15 minutes at 200 degrees. So I have now bumped up the temperature to preheat to 300 degrees. And while we're doing that, while we're waiting for the preheat, I'm actually going to take Crisco, good old-fashioned Crisco, and we want to slather this over every inch of this skillet. And just be very liberal with it. Making sure we get the bottom. Get that little ring there. And the handle. And really slather it on there. Extra note, you'll notice I'm using a towel to hold the skillet. That's because it's very, 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 very hot right now. 200 degrees is going to leave you a real nice mark. So be careful. All right. That sucker is completely covered in Crisco. So now we're going to take another cloth and wipe it off the best we possibly can to get as much off as we can. And notice every time I'm using a fresh towel. All right, I can still feel there's still oil in that towel, so I'm grabbing another one. And it's cooling off nicely now too. I can actually touch it. All right. Now we just wait. We've got about 20 degrees more to preheat to 300, and we're going to put it in upside down for another 15 minutes. All right, there we go. So that is another 15 minutes at 300 degrees. Now I have bumped the oven up to 500 degrees, so it is preheating to 500 degrees right now, and I'm grabbing a new towel just to really buff this up. And notice that I use a new towel every time. I know it seems annoying, like I'm creating extra laundry, but if there are any impurities or oils or moisture on the towels that you've already used, you do not want to reapply it to the cast iron. So yes, it's creating a little more laundry than you probably would like, but this is a labor of love, and if you're going to take the time to do it, you might as well do it right. So I've got a buffering towel here. Now notice I've got it on marble here. If you do not have a marble countertop, make sure that you're doing this on top of a towel so you're not burning a nice nasty ring onto your beautiful wood countertop or melting something. And now that I've got that, I'm actually going to use this pantry towel, which is a bit of a different material from the microfiber, and I don't have any color coming off on that, so we're good to go. So I'm going to place this back in the oven at 500 degrees, bottom side up, for 1 hour. When the timer goes off, I'm then going to pull it out, wipe it with a buffer towel, and let it cool on a towel on the table. And then I'm going to repeat that 3 times. Now, once we're done with that, we're going to have a beautifully seasoned piece of cast iron that's going to last us a lifetime. All right, so that is the process of restoring a piece of cast iron from a clean slate. Now, it was time and laundry intensive, but it's a labor of love. And like anything, if you're going to take the time and effort to do something, you might as well do it right. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them in the comment section of this video. And while you're there, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring that notification bell so you never miss another episode of Bushcraft Diva. I want to thank you for joining me, and you go treasure hunting, please drop your pictures in the comment section too, because I love it when you guys share your stuff with me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.